Men are done with being neatly placed into a friend zone and then strung along and used as a stand-in boyfriend, a stand-in partner, hell, even a stand-in husband. And since the men are done with that, a lot of these women are big mad about it. Okay. Y'all like the video, share the video, and subscribe, you all. We do have somewhat of a lengthy clip that we need to get into, and I hope you all do have time for us to unpack this. But let's go ahead and hop into the first clip of this woman expressing her frustrations with men essentially having boundaries and standards for women.
I may not ever find my type because
Although I've come to this conclusion already, it's even more apparent now. Women just want a rad, a rich, attractive dummy. Viewer discretion is advised.
honestly, truly, my type is the type of guy that will come over my house just to clean my car, go take it to the gas station, fill up the tank, put some air in my tire, go give me some lunch.
Now, if you ask me, that list is not that extensive, but it seems to be a list that is made for a man that you are committed to. But I vividly remember you saying that's your type. What you mean by that?
Just because he likes me. Not even because we're talking or we're dating, but just because he likes me. I don't think I'm gonna get that.
This woman is literally teetering the line of delusion and reality right before our eyes. She wants a man to perform boyfriend or husband-like duties simply because he likes her, not because they're committed, not because she gave him anything in return, just because he likes her. And in the same breath, she turns around and says, I don't think I'm going to get that. And I think the reason for that is because she knows your fucking expectation is delusional. How can you have all these expectations for a man and expect to give nothing back in return?
Now, we got to answer that, because the reason why a lot of women would have these standards for a guy that is not her guy is because not too long ago, there was a lot of men out here who are ready and willing to do all of these boyfriend-esque, partner-esque, borderline husband-esque activities for a woman just to show and prove to her that, look, I value you. I'm finding some type of interest in you. And, you know, unfortunately, a lot of those same men woke up and they realized that these women were not going to give them the time of the day. And with a lot of men realizing this, they doubt a lot of things back. But let's not get it messed up. It was a lot of men once upon a time to where they were paying bills, they were buying meals, you know, they were doing anything and everything for a woman that was not exclusively his woman, all for the possibility of a relationship, you know. And let's be clear, you all, a lot of women were taught that it is your right as a woman and you being a prize to be able to extract as many resources from a man without doing anything in return. You know, that is what a man is supposed to do. And that is what a woman is supposed to do. A woman is essentially supposed to be a master manipulator and finesser. And with a lot of men realizing that they were getting game ran on them, they opted out, they backed out. But nevertheless, that is why a lot of women feel like this is a feasible ask. It is okay for me as a woman to expect a man that is not my man to pay bills, to buy meals, to, you know, fix my car, to clean up my house, mow the lawn. It is okay for me to expect that as a woman from a man that is not my man, because that is a man showing and proving to me that he is worth my time. Right? That is his interview process. But again, ladies, where y'all messed up is y'all started doing way too much, expecting way too much, and not even being appreciative of what these men were doing or showing them genuine interest. You know, it was like, okay, I've been doing this for months now, and you're meaning to tell me that you're still not going to be my woman? I'm still seeing you out on dates with other men after I fixed your car for free, mowed your lawn for free, helped you move for free, helped you with bills for free. Like, you got me messed up. Like, a lot of men started to feel slighted by that. And now we're living in a time to where men demand respect and reciprocity. And a lot of women cannot handle that. But sir, that is why a lot of women are delusional enough to think that men should be okay with doing this, because once upon a time they were, all for the possibility of a relationship or intimacy. Put a 2 in the chat if you agree with what I'm saying. Put a 1 in the chat if you feel like I'm off base. Let me know. But that is my womanly perspective on this. But let's continue and break this down. Get the likes up for me.
And before you dick sucking right motherfuckers, get in my comments talking about some, oh my god, y'all want someone to shut the fuck up. There's a lot of men out here doing things for women just because they like the women, and not because they're getting anything in return. I like those type of guys.
Okay, let's play devil's advocate here, because there are some sucker ass niggas pulling that type of shit off. She's actually right about that part. I wouldn't say it's a lot, but there are some. But going with her narrative, if there's a lot of men out here like that, why don't you have one already? What is stopping you from obtaining one of those men? Because if I ever got on here and say, yo, there's a lot of women out here fucking for a McChicken, trust me, I would not get on here to complain that I'm not getting one of them. My stance in that argument would automatically contradict what it is that I'm saying. But I'm curious, at what point are you going to admit that you aren't who you think you are?
Ooh! Now, sir, get up off of her. He is in a nutshell saying you just not her. If you have it in your mind that there are all of these men out here ready and willing to be used, discarded of, taken advantage of, it's all these men out there that are waiting in line for that, yet you don't have one of those sad guys, then you must be trash. That's what he's saying. I didn't say that. Okay? I didn't say that. All right? But again, playing devil's advocate, ma'am, according to your logic, that's essentially what's going on, right? But I'm going to say this. The issue is not that, there's all of these guys out here and they're ready and willing to be friend zoned and used up and all of that and discarded of for all of these different women. It's not really that scenario going on. What I am seeing is a lot of the simps, okay, the suckers, the lollipoppies, they are dwindling down. Like, they're very, very hard to come across. A lot of men have awakened and they are like, why am I doing so much for a woman that, again, is not even exclusively my woman? I am losing time, money, sleep, energy. Like, why am I doing all of that? So that's what a lot of these women are running into. Now, I will say that to her argument, there are still a handful of simp lollipoppies out here that are ready and willing to be, a sucker. Yeah, there are. However, this is going to be so mean, but he said it first. Okay. He said it first. I will say that those handful of suckers, they are going to be looking for a certain caliber of woman. And a lot of y'all are not her. Okay. I'm going to be real about it. A lot of y'all are not her. You are not the baddest. Okay. You are mediocre at best. Okay. You're not really hitting on said qualities that type of man would be ready and willing to pretty much diminish his self-worth and value for. Like, y'all are not her. A man cannot just pull up with you on his arm and then get highly ranked. A man just cannot pull up with you on his arm and then have all of the other girls want to see what he has that she is into him for. Like, y'all ain't that. Okay, y'all are not that. And so that's a huge factor as to why that is also y'all's lived experience. Not only is it an instance of a lot of the suckers out here pretty much dwindling down because men are waking up and realizing their worth and value, but for the handful of suckers that are outside, you're not his cup of tea. Okay. And so that is something else to explore. But like I said, he said it first, not me. But let's continue.
At what point are you going to accept the fact that you don't possess the power that you think you have in your mind? Because your words are, there's a lot of those men. Why can't you obtain one? All you need is one to make your statement true. All you need is one. And you couldn't even do that.
Because not only are you going out your way just to get nothing back, but you're going out your way just because you want to see me happy. That's at the end of the day, you just want to see me happy, and doing these things are going to make me happy, and it's going to make you stand out more.
Shorty just said, not only are you going out of your way just to get nothing in return, her words, not mine. This is the 360 deal of all 360 deals, but what a horrible fucking assignment to accept and take on as a man. If there was an opportunity for her to get that kind of man, you can kiss that shit goodbye now. And then she tried to soften the blow and say, oh, it's going to make you stand out more. Against who? Who the fuck else is signing up for this bullshit deal? The moral of the story is, the only men that are willing to accept the 360 deal like that are sucker niggas that can't get women. There's no man standing on his purpose, willing and ready to put everything up front that benefits that woman and expect nothing in return. And for any man that thinks that's the way to a woman's heart, make us believers.
Now, I will say that too, and I agree with that. And y'all let us know, do you agree with what he's saying? Do you disagree? Y'all let me know. But I will say this. In addition to what I said, as far as there being a handful of simp lollipoppies and suckers out there that are ready and willing to cash out on a woman and do all of these extravagant things for a woman that, let's say, is attractive and beautiful and can help him rank high socially and all of that, I have to be transparent and real enough to also add the disclaimer of, like he said, those guys are still looking for some kind of exchange, right? And I would go further into that and say that they are looking for actual favors in exchange. But there's not a lot of men out here who are going to be whining and dining and not trying to get, you know, some gliding and sliding. All right. And let's be very, very clear about this as well. And y'all like the video, share the video, and subscribe. A lot of those very attractive women who are able to land essentially sugar daddies, they are handing out sugar. They understand the assignment. And what blows my mind is that you will have women who are mediocre at best. That's like, oh no, I just need me a man that's gonna wine and dine me just because he likes me. Ma'am, that is not happening.
No.
That's not even happening to the fine, beautiful, sexy, like she's way up there. That's not even happening for them. No man in 2025 is just doing something for a female just because he likes her. No, you're going to bend over, okay? And it is what it is. So if even the beautiful, attractive women can understand that, why is it there's so many of these chicks that are, again, mediocre at best, average at best, not thinking that those same rules would apply to them and then some? Okay, so we got to acknowledge that, because a lot of y'all ladies are extremely delusional. And I get it. Like I stated earlier, not too long ago, it was men ready and willing to do certain things to show and prove to a woman that, hey, I have a genuine interest in you. I really like you. And I want you to know that I'm here for you. So, you know, make me be your one and only man. There were men like that back in the day. But y'all blew that, ladies. Y'all messed that up. So expecting that type of treatment in 2025 is just stupid. Okay, let's just put it plain. It's stupid. Okay, men see right through y'all. And what makes it 20 times worse in 2025 and beyond is the fact that y'all are in 4K on TikTok, YouTube, X, Facebook, Instagram, talking about how y'all do use men, how y'all do expect men to be okay with being suckers. Like, y'all are in 4K for the world to see, telling men that, yeah, like he said, I expect y'all to be rich, dumb men that just don't mind being taken advantage of. And if you not that, then you crazy and you not no real man. Like, girl, please. These men are like, oh, really? So you're expecting for you to get all of these great perks and benefits while I get what? A pat on the head? Girl, please, you better give me some head. Okay, let's continue. Like the video, share the video, subscribe.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm done with the dating shit, bro. I'm tired of going on dates. I'm tired of the same conversations, the what you doing, tell me about yourselves. I'm tired of people being inconsistent. I'm tired of putting in effort. I'm going back to the streets, though, because that's where I was at before, and I tried to step out and get to know people and, you know, feel like that was my biggest issue, just was not taking enough time to try to get to know people. And it's like, now I remember why they want to do this shit in the first place. So, I'm good on folks, bro.
Now, I know he had a lot of noise going on in the background, but y'all heard what the brother said. He said, look, I'm done with dating. Okay? I tried to date. I tried to find me a woman, and these chicks are trash. He said, I am volunteering myself back to the streets. That's what he said, y'all. Ladies, y'all are messing up and blowing it so terribly that the men, hear me out, the men are like, yeah, I'm going to the streets. I'm about to be big pimp daddy playboy. That's going to be me. But trying to find my wife, trying to settle down, that's a wrap. You chicks are not serious. Y'all are delirious. And I'm done with it. That blew my mind. But you know why there are so many men out there just like this brother? It's so many of him because it's too many of those other chicks outside talking about, oh yeah, I just need me a man that's going to give me wifey treatment just because he likes me, but I'll never be his wife. Okay, he's not even my type, but I'm going to need him to write me a few checks. All right, I'm going to need him to wine and dine me, love me, but no, he better not expect nothing in return. This is why the men are like, don't worry about it, sis. I will go to the streets. All right. I will be outside. I will put y'all in the rotation. And let me say this too. And y'all get the likes of. Let this also serve as a great example that there are a lot of men out there that were trying. Okay, they were trying to find relationships. They were trying to be exclusive. They were trying to be monogamous, trying to find their wife, their queen, their princess, their mother goddess earth. They were trying. And each and every time, y'all keep letting them down. To where now these men are like, bet. Okay, let me give these women exactly what they are asking for, which is a man that is for everybody. Okay, since y'all don't want to be exclusive and y'all don't want to commit, let me meet y'all with the same type of energy and see how y'all like it, because it's stressing me out to try to find that special someone when y'all are not trying to be special to anyone. Fellas, let me know how many of y'all agreed with that brother to where he was like, look, I'm just going to go back to the streets. It was easier when I was just single. It was easier when I was just outside, not looking for anything serious. Put a 4 in the chat if y'all agree with him, if you feel the same way that he feels. And I hope that a lot of y'all don't feel that way, because I know it can be a little stressful dealing with a lot of women today, but there's some good women out there. It is. But I can't lie. It is a lot of entitled, selfish, greedy, needy females that just want to solely take advantage and not reciprocate and appreciate a good man when he is right there in front of her face. And if I see a bunch of 4s in the chat, I just want to say, I apologize, fellas. I hate that the dating climate is what it is. And I can only just hope that it's going to get better and improve. However, I will say that I do have hope. And the reason why I have hope is because so many of you men out there today are having boundaries and are having standards for these women. And y'all are essentially making them have to come correct in order to be picked, in order to be chosen. You know, and so, but best believe the time is coming to where a lot of women are going to be shaken up and they are going to get their act together, because you all are making them get their act together. You are demanding the best for yourself, and rightfully so. You know your value, you know your worth, and any woman that is trying to get in close proximity with you, she has to be a good catch. If not, she'll just be passed around. But Y'all like the video, share the video, and subscribe. Let me know, what you agreed with this dope discussion, what you disagreed with. And yeah, let me know if you feel like how a lot of these brothers were feeling in this clip. And I look forward to seeing what you all have to say. But that's all I got for y'all. Hit the like button for me, and I'm going to check y'all in the next dope discussion. Much love and peace to my crown heads.